Hey, what's shaking, everyone? My name is Jex, and well, I just finished watching the live stream for the Overwatch Beta Preview. So, a lot of interesting information. I watched the one that was being done by Ellohime, so I haven't seen what was her name, Hellenic or whatever. Yeah, I'll check out her stream later on and see if there's any new information there. But for now, I'm telling you what I learned from Ellohime's stream. So, first off, there's actually a new map they revealed. It was just like right at the beginning. It's called Dorado, which is another payload map, and it's based in Mexico. So I'll probably show a lot of gameplay of that right here. And you guys can decide what you think of it, alright? And I guess, yeah, make your own decisions. Also, they confirmed that Numbani is actually what they're calling a hybrid map, where it's part point capture and payload, where the beginning of the game you have to capture a point, but then it becomes like, but then you end up having to escort like the payload to another point in the map. Also said, in regards to the lore with Numbani, it's the most technologically advanced city, and it's kind of like this utopia where the humans and the Omnics live in peace and all that. But yeah, that's the information regarding the maps. Alright, so when you get to sort of build like some team comp, they'll give you like little tips on the side, like what's missing. Like for example, they'll say like few defense heroes or whatever, or no support heroes, okay, or something like that. And you don't necessarily need to follow it, but it just kind of tells you what it thinks that your team is kind of lacking and all that stuff. Because you can still roll with like 6 like Winstons or something, or 6 tracers, and you should definitely you'll be fine. I mean, they do that at the end of the stream. I'll probably show it later on, or maybe right now. And also, there's a nice little skirmish mode before each match starts. So it's sort of like this area for you to just preview the map and goof off and just sort of warm up. So nice little addition before the match starts. Also, one thing we learned is in regards to Roadhog and his hook ability that has everyone talking. It cannot pass through an enemy Reinhardt shield. So if you're thinking that you could be able to pull someone out that was hiding behind Reinhardt's shield, yeah, tough luck. It's not gonna happen. So it will be blocking that. Now, I'm not sure if it'll be able to go through like your own shield. Like maybe Roadhog is standing behind Reinhardt, like an allied Reinhardt. I'm still wondering if he can actually send his hook right through there and then pull an enemy through that same shield. So we still have yet to find out about that. It'll be pretty interesting if you can, because that'll be pretty crazy. Also, another thing we learned is when you're playing on payload, there actually is an overtime sort of thing. So when the time runs out, and say you're the attacking team, if you're on the payload, okay, if you have someone on the payload, and the time runs out but the payload's not there, it will automatically go into overtime until the enemy team can knock all of you guys off the payload to stop you, and well, vice versa. If you're defending, the enemies will enable overtime if they're on the payload, so you're gonna have to knock them off. So there's that. Alright, let's see. Alright, yeah, and we see Ellohime do something very interesting where when they are in overtime, and I believe Ellohime gets killed at one point. I think he was using like Pharah or Roadhog. I mean, he uses them a lot now in the stream. If you saw it, I recommend you go check out the stream, by the way. He actually switches to Tracer simply because of her high mobility, so it allows her to get back to the objective like quickly, especially in overtime where you don't know when the match is gonna end. So you have to hope that your allies can stay on the payload for as long as possible. But yeah, so it's an interesting decision. Instead of choosing like a slower character like Reinhardt, and yeah, go with Tracer just to get back to the objective, since the game's already ending anyway. So probably need to probably won't be doing too much after that anyways. What am I saying? Blah. Alright, so at the end of every match, with the whole scoreboard system that has everyone going crazy right now, they now have sort of this like individual sort of achievement cards, and they'll take like 4 of these cards, and I'll show you on the screen right here, and it'll be like maybe like character specific achievements. So it'll be like, you know, how a number of like roadhog hooks, or for other heroes it might just be like they got a lot of kills or something. And then both sides can like vote for like who they think was like the best, or which of the 4 cards was most impressive. So you can vote for that. So it's kind of this cool little thing. Not sure if it adds too much, but pretty neat. I know a lot of people are still upset about the old achievement, or sorry, the old scoreboard. Now, in regards to the beta stuff, they did ask about it. I think I have it recorded. I'll show you right here.
You don't know the exact answer of how many folks are going to get in for this first wave, but we have kind of 2 goals in mind. We want to get like your classic traditional beta, where you have a lot of really good hype players who are willing to give wonderful feedback just to make this a better game. You know, we're not like turning this thing around as a promotional instrument. We just want people to really engage in the game and generate as much useful feedback for us to make the best game we possibly can. But we'll also at a certain rate, we'll have what we call stress test weekends. They may not be on weekends, but they'll usually be on weekends, where we'll actually open the floodgates and invite a whole bunch of people to play kind of a much more reduced version of the game. And that's just to stress our infrastructure, make sure our servers are good, make sure that we'll be prepared for day 1 when this game comes out.
Okay, so I got to ask, what about EU? What's going on with that? Do you have anything that you can talk about as far as EU?
No, nothing firm yet.
Okay.
Obviously, we are a worldwide company, and we want to get all of those servers up as soon as we possibly can. But right now, we are committed to getting North America up first.
Anyway, we did see something else interesting today. There is hero progression. So if you played like Heroes of the Storm, you'll notice there's heroes progression there. Where they're saying that it's going to be like just unlocking stuff for that hero. So like as you play them more, you get experience, and you unlock like, say, new, what they're saying, sprays, portraits, and skin tints. And now here's the interesting thing, skin tints. So I think this is kind of like Heroes of the Storm, where like there are different skins and all that, but then you can also like reshade them to be like different colors and all that. I'll show an example of it right here in Heroes of the Storm. But yeah, it's gonna be, from what it sounds like, it's gonna be purely cosmetic stuff, which is interesting if you're unlocking these things. Now it has me really wonder, are there any like paid skins? Because they're only saying skin tints, not the skins themselves. So maybe you're stuck to the base sort of like, say, Tracer look. Like maybe her jumpsuit will be like, I don't know, white or whatever. But then we just still don't know if there are gonna be like other skins and all that, you know. Anyway, what are we talking about now? So yeah, that's pretty. So now, like I was saying, we don't know if there's still going to be like paid cosmetic skins like in Heroes of the Storm, because we still don't know the we don't know if it's a free to play model or not, or what payment model it is. That was completely off topic for the stream, so they were not willing to answer any of that. All right, moving on. What are we talking about? All right. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the scoreboard, why they change it so much, and they say it's constantly evolving because they want to promote team play as opposed to like a deathmatch type thing, like say more like in Call of Duty, where, you know, it seems to be more about like individual plays and all that, and trying to get like really high scores or whatever. So yeah, that's the reason why they changed the scoreboard to the way it is. I should have mentioned that earlier when I was still talking about it, but whatever. All right. Oh yeah, and during the match you can also like hit like a tab or F1 or whatever, I forget the key, but you can see like which players are doing really well, and their icon will be like lit up on fire or whatever. And yeah, and you get like little medals and stuff, which I believe that's like the achievement cards or whatever. But they only take the top 4 for that. Anyways, try to get back on track here. They're saying that Cyborg Ninja is still on the way, so relax. Actually, Ellohime, I don't think he did like that much research into Overwatch related stuff, because he asked a lot of questions that, well, most people that were following the game really closely already know, like the FOV is a variable, and he asked about controller support, which we know they said that there's already gonna be controller support, and they're gonna focus on PC right now. So because he asked about consoles, and he was also asking about if there'll be more heroes. Wait, did I say that already? But yeah, there are gonna be more heroes. This was all in like an interview with, I believe, what's his name, Geoff Kaplan, yeah, the director. And that was on like Rock Paper Shotgun. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to see that interview. It's actually has a lot of information. I was gonna make a video on that, but I was sick at the time. My voice was kind of weird, so I never ended up doing that. All right, so one thing that kind of bugged me about the stream, and this is just more of a personal opinion, is how he kept sticking to the same heroes over and over again. I would have really liked to see him try out different heroes, because I would have loved to see, like, you know, maybe like McCree or whoever, you know. But he kept sticking to like Roadhog, Bastion, and Pharah for the most part. He did try like Tracer like that one short time, and I know he tried like, I think, Lucio as well. And then he also left it up to like the fans or sorry, like the chat, the people in the chat to vote on who they wanted to see, and they voted for Hanzo or whatever. So he played Hanzo for like a few minutes, and then he went back to like Pharah, I think. So it was pretty funny. Anyway, what am I talking about now? No, not much else to say. I think that covers. Oh, actually, no, inspiration for the game. Yeah. So the devs were talking about how a lot of these heroes are heavily inspired by other games, which is no surprise. You can see a lot of a resemblance with some of them. Like they were talking about Soldier 76 was more like your standard Loadout in like a Call of Duty game, and they also said that like Pharah's whole like rocket, her weapon, was based on like Quake. So yeah, they go pretty far back. This is some cool stuff. Yeah, that's everything from a stream. So definitely check out the actual stream. Like it's pretty entertaining. Why am I saying so many ums? Okay. I'll see you guys in the next video, I guess. I might cover Helenix stream, but I'm not sure if there's gonna be too much that will be different in that stream. But what am I saying? I can't even talk anymore. Alright, I'm just gonna shut up. This is Jex, signing out.